Do you use the acute chronic workload ratio in your training load monitoring? Do you use coupled or uncoupled? Last time I did this video, we looked at coupled ACWR, but this week we're going to look at how to create the uncoupled version in this week's Power BI for Sports Science tutorial. So let's get started. If you're finding my videos for the first time, make sure you hit like and subscribe below, and also hit that notification bell icon so you're notified of future videos. So as I said last time we created this video, we looked at the coupled version of the acute chronic workload ratio. But there's a train of thought that because the coupled version includes your 7-day acute period, it might not be the best way of showing you your acute chronic. The uncoupled version helps to delay that chronic version essentially, and it moves the uncoupled outside of your coupled version. So let's take a look at how we'll do that in Power BI. So first of all, I'm just going to go into Tabular Editor. And once we have this loaded, we'll look at what we did last time. And last time we used, for our 7-day, we had this value. And for 28 days, we had this as our calculation. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to duplicate two of these. And I'm going to change their values or their names. Uncoupled and uncoupled. Okay, let's just save that and push that back into our desktop file. And all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to drag this down, and I'm going to copy this down one level. And what we'll do is we'll add our uncoupled here, and we'll also add our uncoupled 28-day here. So as you can see at the moment, we haven't changed anything, so it just covers the same thing and it looks exactly the same. So let's go into our 28-day value, and all we're going to do is change this one. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to shift our last date 7 days back. So what we're going to do is -7 and hit enter. And it really is as simple as that change. What you can see here is now that our uncoupled is shifted 7 days. We start at 1059, and our 28-day normal one is also 1059 underneath there. And as you can see, the values are exactly the same here for these two lines, just 7 days apart. So now if we go to our uncoupled acute chronic, we just need to change that to uncoupled, and our acute chronic will shift as well. As you can see here, the values are mostly the same or very similar, and they follow very similar paths, but they are slightly different. And when I say slightly, I do mean slightly. There's not too much difference here. So we've got a 1.3 here on the 1st of the 4th and a 1.21. So that's not something to be overly concerned about. Where the difference lies mostly is at the beginning. Our coupled is always at 4 for the first week, where our first week here it can be quite high, and then it starts to drop down. But say you wanted to see the difference between the two and you're not really sure where they might be. So what you could do is add a selector here. So let's add a slicer. Let's make this a bit smaller. And let's just add this here. I'll just change the size of our items so we can see them a bit bigger and make the text. So first of all, let's just select coupled here. And all we're going to do is create a new measure. And we'll just call it ACWR equals, and we're going to use what's called switch. And then we want to try and find when it's true, and all we're going to do is here use this equals coupled, and we're going to find our coupled ACWR, and then what we'll do is we'll go min as well equals uncoupled, and we'll put in our uncoupled version and then close our brackets. And let's just add that to our top graph. So as you can see, they're exactly the same at first. If I click uncoupled, it shifts slightly. So you can see the two differences there. So let's just say we'll click on this and we'll get rid of our uncoupled version. We can delete this graph here, make this one slightly bigger, and remove our uncoupled value, say here. And there you have two different versions of the acute chronic workload ratio. Now you might be asking, what about the exponentiated weighted moving average? And that is one I have tried and really struggled to try and figure out in Power BI. I don't think there is a way of doing it using DAX, but you might be able to do it using an R visual, and we will look at that one day. But for now, I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe below. And I look forward to seeing you next time, where we will continue to power performance through data. Thank you.